Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 will have tickets for The Used in about 120 seconds for the shows at the House of Blues. Epic shows doing album plays at the House of Blues. And you'll be at one of them if you stay right here. For some music entertainment news, and I don't know if you were like me, but you're sitting there and you get on your phone over the weekend and you see Morgan Wallen and everybody complaining about Morgan Wallen and the discussion and using very violent terms on Morgan Wallen. So I thought Morgan Wallen was seen with Putin. Is kind of, I just thought something like that level. It turns out he was just on Saturday Night Live playing this song. He's playing some of his music. Of course, he's a big country artist if you're not familiar with Morgan Wallen. Just to go around town with some gasoline, just trying to bomb a flame, gonna burn the whole place down. Is that a real accent or a fake accent?
It's a fake accent.
I know a lot of people love Morgan Wallen, so I'm not trashing him for no reason.
I'm about to.
Well, he's done some bad things, and he keeps getting, obviously, in a way, you get that cred, like let's say an Axl Rose, but Axl Rose is cool.
Exactly. What do you think about this song? This song's called I'm the Problem. What do you think about this?
He said something about the whiskey's the problem, but then why you keep putting it on the shelf? Then I drink it and do bad things.
It's a fascinating song to read the lyrics to. It's all about how people are mad at his behavior. But
What's the song called again?
It's called I'm the Problem,
I'm
which
the
is great as it
problem.
ties into his SNL appearance. That's what he played on SNL.
You say you'll never change. I'm going to do the accent. You say you'll never change. I just go around town with some gasoline trying to burn a flame.
Bum a flame.
Oh, bum a flame.
Which I think means smoke.
It would be, I guess.
Okay.
But he's going to burn the whole place down. And how do you explain ever falling in love with a guy like me in the first place, then turn around and say I'm the worst thing?
And then you get to the chorus.
I guess I'm the problem. Is that how it go? I didn't.
No, it sounded like Morgan Wallen to me.
Okay, I guess I'm the problem, and you're Miss Never Do No Wrong, and I'm so awful. And then why'd you stick around this long? So he's blaming her for hating him, but then sticking around.
It's victim blaming. It's by definition, it's what it is.
And if it, it's the whiskey part. And
everybody buckle up to the whiskey part.
All right, here we go. And if it's the whiskey, then why you keep putting it up? Wait, okay. And if it's the whiskey, then why you keep pulling it off the shelf? You hate when you look at me. You halfway see yourself. Oh, that's kind of deep. And it got me thinking, if I'm the problem, you might be the reason. Victim blaming.
By definition.
Wow. There's my Morgan Wallen. There it is. So he's not taking responsibility for all the problems he's causing. He's blaming the woman. She's the reason in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's
he's blaming it on everybody but himself.
Yeah. Maybe look in the mirror. This is a guy, he threw chairs off of a bar balcony in Nashville and almost killed some police officers. They landed like right near him. I think, I've been there. It's like a 4 or 5 story thing. And he's also done some other things.
that personally, you and I, not a fan of.
No, not a fan of. So he was on Saturday Night Live. He performed. And at the end, in the credits, so Mikey Madison, who was in Nora that won all those awards about a month ago in the Oscars, she was the celebrity actress, and he was the musical guest.
Felipe on the text line said that you were Morgan Wallen sounded like George W. Bush.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can try it again.
Try it as W.
No, let's see here.
Hit me with the chorus.
Okay, let me try it. Let me try this. You say you'll never change.
Oh, my God.
I'm just going to go around town with some gasoline.
Fool me twice.
And just trying to burn a flame. See, George Bush goes quicker. I was trying to extend the draw. Going to burn the whole place down. And how do you explain even falling in love with a guy like me in the first place? And they'd turn around and say I'm the worst thing.
And now do it as Bane? Because people are on the text line, want you to do it as Bane?
We're trying to get to the story.
But do it as Bane real quick.
So I do the chorus then, or I guess I'm the problem? Start there?
Of course. Yes, okay. Yes, do the chorus.
I guess I'm the problem. And you're Miss Never Do Wrong. If I'm so awful, then why do you stick around this long? And if it's the whiskey, then why keep pulling it off the shelf? You hate that when you look at me. You halfway see yourself. And if it got me thinking, if I'm the problem, you might be the reason.
That sounds like a Bane monologue.
Oh, boy, I'm sweating. So we've done Morgan Wallen as George Bush and as Bane this morning. Tell me another radio show that did that.
Find one doing that.
Good Lord. Thanks for being here, everybody.
God bless you.
So Morgan Wallen walked off.
What did he do? Tell me what Morgan Wallen did.
So the story is that at the end of the show, where the Saturday Night Live people all sit there at the end, they go, thanks, we want to thank this and this. And Mikey Madison did an amazing job. Morgan Wallen kind of gave her a quick hug and then walked straight toward the camera into the stands to leave.
Which I've never seen anybody walk in the direction of the camera like that before.
Right, it was weird. Like, he's going to leave, fine, just leave. But don't walk toward the camera and then walk off. And then later he posted a picture of him being on a private jet saying, getting back to God's country. And I don't know if he didn't get along with people on the Saturday Night Live set. He just wanted to get back to Tennessee, Nashville, or whatever. But everybody's really mad. Like, internet was mad about this. Disrespectful, and of course, saying he's a jerk and blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't care because he always does jerk things, you know? And I think people like it when he does jerk things. His fans.
His people. Those people.
His people.
Those people.
They love it when you do jerk things, so then it works out for him.
This guy. It's a shame Kenzie's not here because I know her entire household are Morgan Wallen heads. Kenzie will be back tomorrow, but they're into the Morgan Wallen. They like what he does, and she would be here to defend him. I can't stand this man.
I figured that.
But it's, you know why? Because, Brian, what do I say? Who are the people that run the world right now? It's frat bros and hillbillies.
Hillbillies
correct?
and frat bros run the world.
Morgan Wallen is the combination. He's like a half and half milkshake from Steak and Shake. He's part hillbilly, part frat bro. He's somehow taken over the music industry, and he just does stuff like this where you go, first of all, the music's not that good. Second of all,
that's subjective, by the way.
Fine,
the songs,
fine,
people can like a song. We can like whatever song you want. That's an argument for another day.
But I'm gonna ride on the camp that I don't think the song's good.
Okay, shocking.
To post a photo of you in your private plane to say going back to God's country, like, first of all, like, New York City was that awful to you, the way that you were catered like a first-class citizen the entire week you did SNL, to really show people that you're some blue-collar guy by taking your private plane back to a gated community outside of Nashville.
Yep.
He's a phony. He's a big, fat phony. He always has been. He always will be. It's embarrassing that SNL put him on in the first place. I feel bad for Mikey Madison. I feel bad for the cast. And as far as I'm concerned, we should be done with Morgan Wallen going forward.
I don't think it's a great monologue. I don't think it's going to work.
Okay. You think people might disagree with me?
I think some people would. Britt checked in. You Chicago folks wouldn't understand. Oh my God, city folk. We are city folk, I guess. But I grew up with woods. I grew up in an area with woods. So
I grew up with horses. I grew up with farmland.
I grew up burning things in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I love it. It's like a natural light in the woods. You showed them.
Melissa checked in. Frat boys and hillbillies, son of a bitch.
Jonas, son of a bitch.
And, yeah, someone said Morgan Wallen is Fat Kid Rock.
Somebody said he's on parole and probably need to get home.
Could be. Everybody's talking about it, so you can see the video and the information at Q101.com and Music Entertainment News. How about we give away some Used tickets? Now, that's a show you want to go see at the House of Blues. The Used, this Wednesday, multiple shows, and they're doing album plays. It's awesome. Furnished by Live Nation. 312-591-8300. Call right now. You are going to see The Used at one of my favorite venues in town, the House of Blues.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 and checking in. Woodridge got the Used tickets today. Thanks for people in Woodridge listening this morning. And checked in, got those tickets for the Used at the House of Blues. Tomorrow we'll have more at the same time as we have them all week, or at least till the show, Wednesday. So it won't be all week, but until Wednesday's show. So we just talked about Morgan Wallen. What happened on Saturday Night Live, what everybody was talking about, him walking off at the end and getting on a plane and going back to Nashville. Very rude, very disrespectful. It never happened in 50 years of Saturday Night Live. Usually you're supposed to pal around in the credits and like act like you like each other, even if you don't.
And there have been bands that have played maybe one song that then didn't make it to the show closing credits because they got banned. Rage Against the Machine talked about that recently. They only played one song, things like that. But this is just a guy who, I guess his political statement was that he hated New York City. How brave of him.
Oh.
Well, what an incredible man this is. And he walked off set in the middle of the outro and stole the attention from everybody else.
Double features Mike checked in. I never wanted to kiss Case more.
Thank you.
With his rant on Morgan Wallen being a piece of garbage and already nominated for Piece of Garbage Madness next year. Too bad we're already into the second round. We can't add anybody now. People are asking for an add-on.
Well, he threw chairs off the roof in the last year. That was an oversight by us. He probably should have been on the ballot to begin with.
Here's the thing. With my time frame, I thought that was 2 years ago. I don't think it was last year.
Let me Google Morgan Wallen chairs.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of searches on that. Because I would have put him in. I think I'd remember that.
It was last April. It was a year ago.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, that is the committee's fault. I will really chastise them today when I'm home alone with the committee.
Oh, boy. What are you going to do when you're home alone?
with the committee, as it's me. That is a mistake. A lot of people checking in. Julio Lil Cease checked in and said, I never agree with Chase and his Gen Z sissy vibes. But yes, 100% on the Morgan Wallen take. There you go. You won somebody over who doesn't agree with your Gen Z sissy vibes.
And I know it rubs a lot of people the wrong way.
No, it rubs me the wrong way half the time. Boy, Case is cooking, Jennifer said. I've never wanted to kiss Case more. Double features Mike said. Preach Case, Joe the Roofer says.
Thank you. This is nice. This is nice.
219, Morgan Wallen's a huge douchebag. Go Case, all caps.
Giant phony.
219, go off King.
Yes, I see you.
Connor, blue collar guy here, never even seen the inside of a private jet.
That's right.
So a lot of people having your back on this one, Case, on your rant. Now, of course, we'll have an update tomorrow on this more as it transpires. Maybe he'll post something else when he gets down there.
Well, we should probably get Kenzie's side of this because, again, she is a big Morgan Wallen fan.
I think she just, again, you can like songs of somebody, not like the person. I don't know if she just likes the songs.
Well, she's certainly not co-signed everything he's done.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not that I know.
I would. Maybe there's something we don't know about her.
No.
No.
No, she just likes the songs, which a lot of you just like your songs of your artists. I mean, come on, listen to this song. Come on. Victim blaming someone for him being a jerk.
For him being like a borderline alcoholic.
Maybe you're the reason.
Burn the whole place down.
Oh, you should. Explain. Guess I'm the problem.
And how would Bane sing this?
Why did you stick around so long?
That's all I'm doing. That's all you get.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for some local news. And with 80 degrees on Friday, man, I got out. Everybody was out. Friday night, it was awesome to just eat outside, drink a beer outside again. And then, of course, it's 35 today. That's great.
Did you ride your bike on Friday like you said you were going to? This was an off-air conversation in which Brian walked me through the game plan of how he was going to ride his bike, and I said there's no way that's going to happen.
Did I ride my bike Friday?
Pee Wee Herman over here.
I went home. We went to the Billy Goat, me, you, and our boss. Went to get a hamburger.
It was a good time.
It was, and it took me out. So I said, I'll just close my eyes for a little bit before we pick up Harper from daycare, and then I'll go ride my bike somewhere in there. And what happened was, bed felt great, and slept for about 2 hours. But I got out after that, did not ride the bike yet this year.
You got out after that, meaning you went outside at some point?
I went outside and walked a lot. I just didn't ride my bike.
Went outside and walked?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I got great steps.
Yeah. No, you look good.
But I got to get my bike. Big biker used to be. And
bicycle, by the way, not motorcycle.
I ride my bike.
I don't think biker is a term used for bicyclist, cyclist, if you will.
I just wish I had the scene up from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
I love getting on the back of like, yeah, mine's a bicycle.
That's how you sound right now.
Oh, God, that's what I do, and I didn't do it Friday. But, boy, it was weird downtown right here by NBC Tower. 12 were arrested, so 300 to 400 teenagers came down through the city, and it was a little teen takeover that they will get a group going and then all of a sudden say, hey, meet here, and we'll all show up. And then, that's what happened. It was running through the streets. It was wild. 12 got arrested. And sadly, there was a little bit of violence, too, with a kid getting shot, kid getting stabbed. They all lived, but they went to the hospital. But it also took, it wasn't just in the downtown area. I think once that hashtag going, everybody wants to do something with it. So I don't know if it was in the burbs. I know it was up on the north side, too, by Wrigley Field area. And there's a curfew in Chicago at 10 o'clock now, 7 days a week. And there was talk of moving it up because all this happened before 10 p.m. It was all earlier in the day, or evening, I should say. I was right in front of our building at NBC Tower here, but the video is wild, just seeing hundreds of kids running through the city. It's like, jeez.
I'll say this, not that obviously we don't condone any of this.
No.
But they're very good at organizing, getting large groups together. Kenzie and I try to plan a meal sometimes, and it's impossible.
Good Lord, we haven't eaten together in, I don't know, what, a year?
So hard.
I mean, and Riot Fest doesn't count.
No, Riot Fest does not count. Lollapalooza does not count. Twisted Christmas does not count.
Just a social setting on a Friday night. Let's get together for dinner. Oh, I got this. Okay, it's not going to happen.
These kids don't.
No. Just get out there and go. So maybe we should get a hashtag on Twitter going so we can get together.
So the three of us can eat dinner together.
Brian, Kenzie, and Case eat. Hashtag that. It'd be nice. Also, some other, I guess, rough news is that for me anyway, because I've given about $1,000 in tickets to the city, the Chicago Department of Transportation. Today, 16 new speed cameras go live, and they're trying to get 50 new ones this year. 16 of them go live today. There's a list of them. You can go through it all if it's in your area or not. All from the north side to the south to the west side. They're all over the place. So I don't like them. I don't like speeding. I think people should slow down, of course, because I think the cameras giving you the ticket for only like 6 miles per hour over is ridiculous when you're in Chicago, when you're trying to pass somebody or just in general on the roads. You can't help it when you have to accelerate a little bit. Now, I don't want anybody going 80 miles an hour in a school zone. I don't want that. People get confused on that.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
I think when I tell people I've paid almost $1,000 in speeding tickets with these cameras,
they assume you're a psychopath.
Correct. I am not a psychopath. I'm not a psychopath on my car driving fast. That's what I should say.
Okay.
I respect the road. I just sometimes can go 6 miles per hour over. I don't think I deserve a ticket for that.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I know. I'm going to get one. I know I am. There's a new one in my neighborhood. Finally, how about some good news? And we poured one out today for the Willis Tower name, which could go back to the Sears Tower, who knows. But Hattie B's Hot Chicken is coming to Wrigleyville. Now, my mom and my brother live in Nashville. I've had this tons of times for the last about 10 years. It's so good. And it's going where the Foxtrot was in Gallagher Way.
Okay.
So it's right there on Gallagher Way. And kind of across the street from Raising Cane's, really a little down the street, I would say, diagonally, because Raising Cane's north of the Metro, and this would be south of the Metro.
And that is the chicken establishment that I am most loyal to.
Raising Cane's.
Of course.
You are.
Big fan.
And I couldn't be loyal to Hattie B's except for on vacation. You can't be loyal to someone you just visit, can you?
Oh, that's sad. Oh, my God. I just thought about people in prison. There's like, well, I can't be loyal. I only see him every once in a while.
Damn right. That's what Hattie B's is to me. It's a prisoner. It's my wife in jail. But now Hattie B's Hot Chicken's coming up here. And I'll tell you, you can get it on different levels. You can ask for the heat. And the hottest one, I thought, well, I can take the hottest one. I could not take the hottest one.
I know I can't.
You don't like hot. You don't like heat.
Sour cream is a little spicy for me.
Sour cream is not hot at all. It's not. There's no heat in it.
It's like licking a volcano.
So the family-owned restaurant announces plans, and as far as I know, that's the first ones out of Nashville. So it'll be at 3649 North Clark, Gallagher Way. 70 indoor seats, 55 for the patio, because that Foxtrot that was there, remember all the Foxtrots closed in the last couple of years or last year.
Unexpectedly, too, yeah.
And there's still food. They still have the fridges in there, and there's still food in there.
Wait, break in, get some stuff.
I mean, it's got to be expired. All of it's got to be. I mean, this is how, The Walking Dead starts, the zombie apocalypse. You leave
a Foxtrot?
You leave some milk in there, and it expires and sits and ferments. And
is that what The Walking Dead is about?
That's how the zombie starts.
Expired milk?
That's how it all starts. Yep.
Huh.
Yep. So Hattie B's better get in there and burn that place down before they start building their chicken. All right, what are you taking away from today's show? It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 312-591-8300. Text in something that was memorable to you about today's show. Your takeaway. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
Q101.
I just got the giggles. I don't know if I can do it.
No.
Okay, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Your takeaways coming in 312-591-8300. Let me see if I can do it.
What gave you the giggles?
This takeaway from Tony. Send in something that was memorable about today's show. I don't know if I can do it.
He gave you the giggles.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I got to stop for a second so I can get through it. Tony texted in. I don't know if I can do it. Takeaway. The best part about charity. The best part about charity is getting credit for it.
That's what you think.
Oh my God, I'm hyperventilating. Thank you, Tony. Keep having your takeaways come in. There's a lot already coming in about today's show. 312-591-8300.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
I just got the giggles. I don't know if I can do it.
No.
Okay, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Your takeaways coming in 312-591-8300. Let me see if I can do it.
What gave you the giggles?
This takeaway from Tony. Send in something that was memorable about today's show. I don't know if I can do it.
He gave you the giggles.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I got to stop for a second so I can get through it. Tony texted in. I don't know if I can do it. Takeaway. The best part about charity. The best part about charity is getting credit for it.
That's what you think.
Oh my God, I'm hyperventilating. Thank you, Tony. Keep having your takeaways come in. There's a lot already coming in about today's show. 312-591-8300.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.